Yoga is not a substitute for medical attention or treatment. Don't perform any postures to the extent of pain or strain. Always listen to your body and meet yourself with kindness and compassion.
Hi and welcome back to another Yoga with Sina video. This video is great to do after a hike, as we will be focusing on stretching the lower half of our body, the hips and the legs, the feet. So if you have just returned from a hike and you feel that your muscles could do with a little bit of a release, please join me for this sequence. When you're ready, come into a kneeling position and then just close your eyes down for a few moments. Relax your hands gently on your lap. And as you close your eyes down, just take a moment to maybe notice how your mind feels, how your body feels after the hike you have just completed. And then begin to notice each and every inhale and exhale that passes in and out through the nostrils, allowing your mind and your body to transition away from the activity that you had off the mat. Now bringing the focus onto your mat, into your breath, as we begin to connect the breath to our movements so that we can benefit from that union of breath and movement and create a little bit more space and calm, not only on a mental, but also on a physical level. When you're ready, blink your eyes back open. And we'll begin just with a few shoulder rolls. If you've been carrying a backpack, so roll the shoulders forward, back, and up and around. If you've been carrying a backpack, maybe you didn't even notice that there was a little bit of tension in your shoulders. And sometimes, because we have to focus on the path, we also create a little bit of tension in our neck. Begin rolling the shoulders from the back up and to the front. Just releasing here any tension that we may have brought back from our hike. Good. One more time. That's it. And then let's go ahead and inhale. Reach the arms up overhead. Maybe follow with your eyes to the fingertips. Lean back a little bit. Open your heart, your chest. And then as we exhale, bring your left hand to the right knee and reach your right hand all the way back at the height of your shoulder. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see that a little bit clearer. So maybe you can face back and look back towards your right hand. Sit up nice and tall, creating a little bit of tension between your left hand and the right knee, keeping your spine completely straight. Take one last breath in here. And then release both arms back up overhead, lengthen into the spine. We'll do that on the other side. Right hand to the left knee, left arm reaches back. Maybe you can look back towards that left hand as well. Take another inhale here. And one last exhale out. On your inhale, release both arms up overhead. And then exhale, interlace your hands behind your lower back. See if you can push your knuckles down to the floor, palms pressing against each other, lifting your heart, creating space in the collarbones, in the chest. And then just for a beat, we're going to pull ourselves forward with the forehead coming down to the mat, reaching the arms all the way up and overhead, creating a little bit of a stretch for the shoulders. With an inhale, hands stay as they are. Come back up into kneeling. And lift your heart, lift your chest. One more time. Exhale, fold forward and down into your child's pose with your arms reaching up overhead. Good. And then inhale, lift back up. Release the fingertips. Just shake your arms. Beautiful. We're going to also work into the tops of the feet, as that's an area we don't usually put a lot of effort and attention into stretching. So with your tops of the feet and the toes pointing back behind you, bring the fingertips around to the back as well. And then see if you can lift your knees so that you get that beautiful sensation of stretching in the fronts of the shins. If this feels okay, You might want to move your knees a little bit side to side. And if you're absolutely feeling great in this position, you might want to release your hands and just balance on the tops of your feet, giving your shins that stretch. We're here for just one more breath. And then exhale, release the knees down. If your hands are in the back, bring them forward. Set your hands down, walk your knees back into a tabletop pose, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll go for a little bit of mobilization and release for the spine. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, see if you can elongate the front side of the body. And as you exhale, round into your upper back, pressing hands, knees, and tops of the feet down into the ground, spreading the area between your shoulder blades. Keep moving with your breath now. Inhale, dropping the belly, lift the gaze, and then exhale, round and create that doming shape between the shoulder blades. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly. Good. Lift your gaze. And exhale, round into the spine. Beautiful. All right, come back into a neutral tabletop position. Set your hands out a little bit to the front, tuck the toes under, and then lift your hips all the way back and up into a first downward facing dog here, getting deeper into a sensation around the calves. You can pedal your heels up and down here for a moment. Just working into the backs of the legs. See if you can keep your hands opening out wide with the fingers spreading. Keep your ears between your biceps, your gaze back towards the knees. Your arms should be micro bent at the elbows but extended. And your spine is trying to create a nice long line from the crown of your head all the way up towards the tailbone. Good. Let's take one last breath here. And then begin to walk your hands all the way back by your feet. So you're coming into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Here, you can go ahead and maybe sway a little bit side to side. You could keep the fingertips on the ground. If it feels better, you could interlace or wrap your hands around the outer edges of your elbow, kind of like creating a little box for your head. Swaying a little bit side to side with the knees gently bent allows for a super nice decompression in the area of your lower back, releasing any pain, any strain, any tension in that area. Take one more breath in here. And then slowly unravel your hands from the elbows if they've been there. Bring the fingertips back down onto the ground. Now walk your feet all the way out to the corner edges of your mat. Spin your toes off the mat and then begin to lower your hips down into a yogi squat. Instead of coming into a static movement here, let's see if we can work ourselves a little bit side to side. Now focusing into our hips a bit deeper. Maybe you want to stay on one side and just press the knee away with your same hand of the knee. Breathing here, adding a little gentle twist for your spine again. Maybe do that on the other side if it feels great. Good. Let's take ourselves back to the center. And eventually for 3 breaths, you could continue moving, or you could come to release your hands off the ground, finding a moment of stillness here in Malasana Yogi Squat, allowing for the outer edges of the feet to press down, the hips to become heavy, the heart to become light, crown of the head to lift up as the tailbone pulls down. One last breath in here. One last breath out. Fantastic. From here, let's go ahead and press all the way to standing. Lift your arms up overhead, press out of your legs, come all the way up. Walk your feet into a hip width distance. And then go ahead, interlace all your fingers but your index fingers. Keep a slight bend in the knees and begin to lean your whole body over to the right side. Try and keep your ears between your biceps. And then see if you can press down into that left foot, creating a nice side body opening here. Let's take 2 more breaths, breathing into that entire left side body. 1 more breath in, 1 more breath out. Inhale, coming back to the center, and then straight over to the other side, leaning out and over to the left, pressing into your right outer edge of the foot, creating that beautiful stretch for your pectoral muscles, creating a little bit of space with each breath in, between the ribs, into your lungs. 1 more breath in. And then inhale, come all the way back to standing. Break free with your hands. Bring your hands all the way down as you fold over your bent knees. Lift up halfway, find that decompression in your spine again. And then set your hands down and walk your fingertips all the way forward, back into that downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, let's take that right leg and cross it over the left ankle, lifting the left heel off the floor. Try to begin and press that right sole of the foot entirely down into the mat. You can bend your left knee generously here so that you can find a beautiful stretch into that back and outer side of your right leg. Pressing the chest back towards that bent left knee. Let's take 1 more breath in here. And on an inhale, reach that right leg all the way up. And then look forward and step your right foot all the way through. See if you can come into this nice, beautiful lunge position. Once you can, scoot your toes on the left side far back. Allow your left knee to drop down to the ground. And then see if you can bring your chin to the chest. Allow the body weight of your upper part of the body to pull you down towards the ground so that you can really feel that beautiful opening, that sensation of stretch in the front left hip crease. Good. See if the weight of the head pulling you down allows you to connect to that left front hip crease a little bit more, finding some release, some stretch here. Last breath in. Last breath out. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Find an upway position for your head. And then keep your left leg as it is. Just begin to extend out of the right knee, coming into a half split now. Maybe walking the hands back so they align under your shoulders. And then inhale, lengthen your spine here. Push your right hip forward. Your left hip tilts towards the front. Pull the right toes up towards your face. And then just breathe into the back of the right leg. Maybe moving your right foot a little bit side to side so that you can feel the different strands of muscles running on the back of your leg a bit better. Feeling into that stretch. Good. Let's take 1 last breath here. And then from here, just take both hands on the inside of that right leg, set the right knee back next to the left, and come back up into your downward facing dog. On an inhale, we're now going to do the same sequence on the other side. Lift that left leg up. Place the sole of the left foot next to the right. Bend deep into the right knee. Maybe the sole of the right foot lifts up so that you can connect deeper down to the mat with the left sole of the foot. Pressing your chest back. Fingers are still spread nice and wide. Gaze is back. Belly pushing towards that right thigh. Now breathing into the sensation that you feel on that outer left leg. Maybe in the calf. Let's take 1 more inhale here. And then from here, let's lift that left leg back and up again. Look between your hands and then step your left foot all the way through. Push that right foot back, creating length. And then lower the right knee down to the ground. As you have that right foot untucked, begin to pull the chest and chin into the chest. And then allow the weight of your torso maybe to rest on that left knee, really allowing the head to hang heavy so that we can access that beautiful deep sensation of stretch in the front right knee now. We're here for just a few more rounds of breath, allowing for the breath to equally flow in and out through the nose, allowing for the muscles in your face to relax. Last inhale, last exhale. And then inhale again, finding length in your spine before you come back into that half split, pulling the left toes up towards the ceiling, walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. Right hip pushes forward, left hip pulls back. The spine, the heart is pushing towards that left foot. And if this is enough of sensation, please just rest here. You could always put props like a block or like a book underneath your hands if you feel that's necessary to ensure your spine stays nice and straight. And then begin to gently sway your toes, your foot from right to left, just to connect deeper into the sensations of stretching in the back of that left leg. One more breath in here. Good. And then release that left knee next to the right again. And one more time, come back into that kneeling position that we started our practice in. Close your eyes down, allow your hands to rest on your thighs, maybe one in the other or just flat on your legs. With your eyes closed again, take this opportunity to checking in with the body, checking in with the mind. How do you feel? Hopefully, this short sequence of your post-hiking stretch helps you to alleviate any soreness in the muscles or to prevent the muscles from becoming too sore. If you like the sequence, please give me a thumbs up, recommend the videos to your friends. And then let's go ahead and bring the palms together to the heart. Gently bow the chin down towards your heart. And take a moment to thank your body for all that it does for you. And also thank yourself for taking time off your day, your schedule, to take care of your body, your mind, your overall well-being. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you here again sometime soon. Namaste.